After 3 years,
220k,
2 nervous breakdowns,
1 extra baby.
we now have a villa. Welcome to Montenegro. Welcome to Amy's Gothic Vampire Dining Room. Amy, what's all this about?
Well, these were from IKEA and they'd cost £15, so I bought 3 of them. I painted them all different colours, and everyone always comments on them when they come in because I think they make good impact. They were flat packed, so we could put them in the suitcase and bring them.
I could bring them. And we couldn't find a dining room table absolutely anywhere. It was either like a really revolting design or just far too expensive. So I got a bit of building wood, chopped it down to size, painted it black, got some stainless steel legs on it, and we've had a modern, everyone thinks it's a really expensive dining table, so there you go, it does the trick. And these benches we got from an army surplus store down the road. They're old army benches. My dad made some legs up for them, which I carry back in my suitcase, and we got them reupholstered. And there you go, some trendy benches. Now Amy, what about these lovely paintings?
Oh,
come back.
These lovely paintings. Well, these paintings are actually boxes, and
I bought an old box from the army surplus yard. We've got absolutely everything from the army surplus yard. It cost me €3 for a medical chest. I stripped off all the hinges and brackets, and then I started filling it and rubbing it down, and Amy grabbed it and she said,
let me paint it for you. Let me make a couple of pictures that I could stencil on 2 little flowers that would link up and make a little set.
But you see, that's the filler, Amy. That's what I was trying to get across. That's all the filler left in there.
That's the filler. All
Right.
killer, no filler.
Oh, very good. Right, if we come through to the lounge, that's an old bit of off-cut wallpaper I got on a really cheap clock from where was it from? Some really cheap shop, about £5 that clock. And there's nothing much going on in here. It's we paid the full price for this sofa, didn't we?
We did. This was the only thing we probably paid full price for. We ordered it, and we were pretty pleased with it because you can get some very, very dicky furniture styles in Serbia.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Come on.
So go, I know you would not stay. It wasn't true.
You're joking. What are we going to fill this up for?
Well, I would like 2 chairs to sit
No, that's absolutely. So you walk through that room and you go straight into 2 chairs. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because you walk into the room to sit down. It's not thoroughfare.
So you walk into the room to have your back to where you're looking.
Yes.
It has been really quite stressful at times. But the thing is, we just got used to it because the last 5 years since we've been married has been all about property. It's all been about living in building sites. It's been about sweeping the dust out of the bath before you have a bath at night. It's been sweeping the dust out of your bed before you go to sleep. It's been about ceilings going through, burst pipes, electrical shortages. I mean, just everything is just that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, and so we just got used to it. That's why we probably argue less than we should do, because we just got used to the sheer bloody misery of property developing on a day-to-day basis. The good thing about property developing or buying or selling houses or doing whatever is the end result when you've got what you want. You set yourself out to get, but between the A to the B, there's an awful lot of rubbish. Now, Amy, what about the swimming pool?
Well, it was a disaster, but it turned out all right in the end. But
It was by far and away, out of all the hassles we had, and it hasn't been all hassle, but out of all the hassles we've had, this was the absolute worst, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean, it was dug, built, made by drunks.
Incredible, and it just took so long. I signed a contract with him that it should have taken 30 days.
9 months later?
9 months later. I remember coming back after I'd been to London to work, came back 3 months later, and it was exactly as I'd left it. And the liner was hanging off, it was all dirty.
But do you remember why?
Oh, yeah.
He said.
Yeah, he said to me, I had a massive screaming match with him just in the house. I got him up, I said, get down here now, Jocko, in my bossy way. And I said, why hasn't the pool been finished? And he said, your neighbours have been throwing things in the pool. And my neighbours are lovely, we get on great. And I just said, don't be ridiculous, they haven't thrown anything in the pool. Come on, let's have a look. What have they thrown in there? And there's bits and pieces everywhere. And he said, they've been throwing lemons in the pool. I said, Jocko, there's 1 lemon in the pool. That stopped you from working. And he said, no, but there were 2 lemons in the pool.
You just can't make it up. Welcome to Montenegro.
Should have pushed him in.
master suite, and when I think of master suites, I think of something a little bit special, a little bit opulent, and somewhere worthy of the master of the house. Now, by the time it came round to decorating this room, we had absolutely no money left, not a button. So we had to have as many tricks as we could to create the ambience that we wanted. Now, for instance, we've got a sculpture on the wall. Now, this sculpture is rubbish. I'm saying it's rubbish because it's made from rubbish. It's metal that I found. They're actually old fire beaters. I've curled them over a piece of wood, hammered them within an inch of their life, and made them into a waterfall effect. Now, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it fills a gap and it creates the sort of idea that I'd like to have hanging over as a centrepiece for a bed. Now, I've also got another little piece over here. It's a very, very simple thing. It's not a new idea, but this originally had a picture of a cappuccino on. It was hideous. Now, I've painted it using paint that we already had, and it's just filled another gap. Now, the side tables are my favourite piece, and the reason being is that they cost €4. Now, this is a crate, and it's just been painted brown. It has a brand new latch on that cost a couple of cents, a Christmas decoration for a tassel, would you know, and it's been put on silver legs. So this has all been put together to show you that you don't need money in order to have a well-designed bedroom of your dreams.
I think even though we're really madly passionate about property, and we are, aren't we, yeah?
Yeah.
We've never grown tired of, and we built the business on, always looking for a bargain and always taking care of budget.
Yeah, because every time we've hopefully had a handle on things that are underpriced and overpriced, and if you know your market, then you're off on the right foot.
That's crucial. It's knowing your market and knowing how much you've got to spend. And do you remember, we knew how much we had to spend when we moved out of flats and went into houses, and you found that Grove Road property.
Yeah, from walking around the streets and knowing which houses were for sale, which houses weren't for sale, which had gone quickly, what prices.
And we pinged that because it was being sold by an out-of-town estate agent who'd massively underpriced it. Do you remember?
We did, and we bought it from a wrestler who didn't have much clue, did he?
No, he didn't have much clue, and he had dogs living in the bedroom. Do you remember?
And he dyed his hair jet black, do you remember?
He was a nice guy, though.
He was a lovely guy. He said, this place is a mess. You could make it really nice.